Alright, that's it. Y'all are terrible at convincing me this game is any good. No, it's not the scariest in the franchise. No, the jump scares aren't realistic. And no, FNAF 3 is simply not a great game. It's an attempt, but that's it. No wasting time, I'm telling you why this game sucks right now. So many claim that this game has the best atmosphere. And, well, yeah, on paper. The building looks spooky and the noises are creepier than they were in the previous two games. So why is it a topic I'm complaining about? Well, because it doesn't really matter. The important thing about atmosphere is to make you feel something. But if you were just to walk around your dark house at night, if your imagination doesn't play a part in something, then it's not really scary. The house isn't scary, it's just what your brain makes it out to be. But imagine if all of FNAF 4's jump scares were as telegraphed as Fredbear. All that, breathing and the flashlight door moments would just completely fall flat. At that point, it's just window dressing. Your brain says, hey look, a jump scare's coming. You've got 2.5 seconds to prepare yourself. So, why make the building spooky? What's the point? The first 3 nights might benefit, give or take, depending on how quickly you get what's going on. But if you ever die, it's over. Gone. The atmosphere is just completely done until, you find the puppet again, which is cool. But the interesting sounds and setting come to a full stop. It doesn't matter. Who cares anymore? The game has proven itself not to be scary, and the atmosphere is completely ruined just off of that. I can already hear you nerds in the comments, every FNAF game is like that? First of all, despite popular claims, every FNAF game is unique, and secondly, WRONG! The other FNAF games have payoff. Their atmospheres lure you in, only to smack you in the face with a loud jump scare. The noises aren't the scares are the scares. But FNAF 3 fans would have you believe that the atmosphere is supposed to be the scary part? Take a game I played recently, The Windows Are Gone. One could point to this very atmospheric little title on itch.io and say, well, there are no jump scares, it's just atmosphere. How is that different? It's different because there's stuff actually happening. It's not just noises, it's dream sequences, paranormal happenings, creepy neighbors, slightly disturbing imagery, and an actually understandable story. FNAF 3's atmosphere, quote unquote, is literally just a creepy building and some background music. It's the bare minimum for atmosphere. It just happens to look pretty good. You can like the atmosphere all you want, but it's not scary, and it does not carry this game. It barely even makes it better. But that's the least of Five Nights at Freddy's 3's sins. The worst sin is that Springtrap didn't subscribe for more horror content.
Have at thee!
I thought we all agreed that FNAF 3's jump scares sucked. What happened? Why are you fools defending them? Oh, Balloon Boy got you once. Oh no, the puppet's creepy. Ah, so scary. Yeah. Is this a joke? I have seen people call this the scariest entry. No, I'm not kidding you. They would not know a good horror game if it slapped them in the face. Sure, there's elements of the unknown, but, spoiler alert, every horror game has that, and in this game it doesn't last past the initial appearance. FNAF 4 can always get you. That's how you make a good jump scare. Even veteran players can still get jumped good. FNAF 3's quote-unquote jump scares are pathetic. They're all telegraphed, except for Foxy to an extent. They're all quiet, they're very repetitive. I mean, must I go on? I don't know what was going through Scott's brain when he thought that constantly throwing non-lethal jump scares at you would be a good idea, because that is the fastest way to get you desensitized to scares. Just keep pumping them out as fast as possible. That's ignoring how telegraphed they are. Like, are you kidding me? And Springtrap? You're all killing me. Are you seriously telling me that just because the scare is more realistic, that excuses how terrible it is? Are you joking? Are you joking? Because that is the dumbest excuse and worst coping I have ever heard. So what you're saying is that instead of just making it realistic and scary, you just want to make excuses for it. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Basically, people say Springtrap's jump scare being slow and quiet is more realistic because he's a man in a suit and not a robot that can move unnaturally. And they're right, that is more realistic. But, ding dong, problem, it's a horror game. End of story. It's not scary. You paid for a horror game, and it's not scary. And he's the only one that can kill you. Oh, gosh. Look, it's just a couple of tweaks away from being good. Make the noise audible first, change the noise to pierce our ears a little better, make Springtrap already behind the tablet so that he can actually jump scare us, and oh, sorry, is that too unrealistic? As if the franchise about dead children hunting robots is realistic. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make the horror game scary. Security Breach has a stronger fear factor. Running from the giant metallic clanking behind you or trying to make sure those endoskeleton robots don't get you is more anxiety inducing than anything in FNAF 3. It's true, sorry, not sorry. Oh wait, Springtrap's problems aren't solved yet. He basically yells down the hall, "Hey, I'm going to jump scare you!" He might as well, it would be more entertaining. Can we get a mod for that, please? Anyone? Vent sounds warn you, standing in the window warns you, standing in the door warns you, running behind the camera warns you. Like, how many warnings until it's not even a jump scare? Where's the jump in jump scare at that point? Your brain isn't being fooled about anything, you know what those sounds are and you know what's coming. In summary, this game is not scary. But not only is the game not scary, it's not fun. How long it took us to even understand the basics of what was going on in this game. The amount of raw memorization you need to do is absurd. Springtrap is genuinely difficult to see on these cameras. If you don't just look it up, it's going to take you a while. That's not even talking about having to rush to find him at a glance. But that alone isn't the problem. The problem is his RNG aggression. I kid you not, if he decides to on the harder nights, he will bum rush you like none other and not even let you get to 1 AM. Or you could have it like me, where he'll be no more dangerous than a docile puppy, refusing to leave a particular camera on Nightmare Aggressive mode. Yeah, that's how I won Nightmare Aggressive, not skill at all. Luck. I'm still terrible at this game. Not terrible, but you know what I mean. Pure RNG. At least in FNAF 2, when you get the strat down, Golden Freddy is the only actually hard night. But in 3, Springtrap himself decides what the ludicrous mode is. Throw 1,000 jump scares into the mix and you have yourself a game that isn't scary and very frustrating to play. And the cherry on top? When you're repairing systems and Springtrap just immediately hits the vents, you just feel this wave of annoyance just surge through you and you just kind of call it quits before you even die. Listen, I don't care if you like Five Nights at Freddy's 3. That's not the point. I'm not attacking you. I'm not attacking Scott. The point is defending it for stupid reasons. If you like it, that's fine, but don't make up crap about it. If your gut tells you it's good, this video wasn't for you. The game isn't awful per se, but don't make up defenses that don't exist. Praise what the game does well. Don't make excuses for what it does poorly. Because for every reason people say the game is good, it's exactly why it's bad. But it's okay to like a game for no reason at all. I don't have a particular reason to love FNAF 2 like I do, but I do. I even have fewer reasons to love Pizzeria Simulator. But sometimes we can't explain why we love video games, and it's better to be happy in silence than get stuck in an endless loop of arguing on the internet. Even though I just made this video. Crap. Thanks for watching. Yeet.